This video right here will be the only proof that you need that faceless YouTube can actually change your life in 90 days. And I'm just gonna open with this example here because I really cannot make this up. This is Ash, he is a student from my program. You can see here on the 7th of March, he posted this screenshot that he got monetized with 2 videos on his new AI channel. He posted another video here just to get accepted for the monetization. But then exactly like 3 months later, the 13th of June now, was his first ever $20,000 month. And keep in mind that the months before this, he made, I think, $13,000 in the second month. So this has absolutely changed his life, going from earning not a single dollar online, failing with a bunch of YouTube channels, to then starting this one and within 90 days making his first ever $20,000 online. And I'm not showing you this to brag, I'm showing you this because a lot of people online simply do not believe that you can actually make money with YouTube or anything that is remotely related to AI content on YouTube. But that is completely false. All of these people right here in this big cluster of just YouTube graphs and whatever, all of these different people are all posting AI content on channels started within the last like 6 months. You can see that some people right here, Faceless Gus for example, he went from $0, not having made a single dollar online, to about $12,000 in 20 days of his channel being monetized. And he had no prior YouTube experience whatsoever, no prior experience on how to create content with AI, but yet he was able to make it happen. So I don't know what more proof than this I can really show you guys, but in this video, I'm gonna take you through the entire process of launching a channel like this of your own, like all of these people have. And hopefully you should be able to get some kind of cool results like this. Now keep in mind that YouTube is not a get rich quick scheme. Just because some people are getting, making $12,000 in 20 days of monetization, that doesn't by any means guarantee that you will be able to get the same results. YouTube is a business model. All businesses take a lot of effort before you actually will start seeing tangible results. Some people are lucky, some people aren't. That's just the nature of the game, but you need to see this as a long-term opportunity and a skill that you learn over time. So I'm simply going to stop yapping here and get into the first step, which is avoiding shadow bans with your channel that you're creating. So you could be creating the highest quality content or invest thousands of dollars into producing a very nice video, but it will not go anywhere if your channel is shadow banned. So first up, what is a shadow ban? For those of you guys that don't know, YouTube pretty much just thinks that you are a bot, meaning that your views and your impressions will get suppressed. You will not be getting any views and the channel can't really be recovered. There's no point in just continuing to post on the channel hoping that it will eventually break out of the shadow ban, because that very, very rarely happens. Here is a just example of a shadow ban. So you can see that I posted this kind of Spanish video. It got 11 impressions. And 100% of the impressions was from the YouTube search feature, meaning that people could only find this video by searching for the exact title, and then the video appeared as a search result. This video was not recommended on any homepage or anything like that. YouTube simply don't want to recommend the content because they think that you are a bot trying to spam the platform. So how do you actually avoid shadow bans? There are 3 steps to this. Number 1, you should be preparing your channel. And generally when it comes to shadow bans, you should be using an old channel if you do have one. For example, a channel that you have just been watching content privately on for the past 5 years. That is going to be your best bet because that channel has the maximum trust score, meaning that YouTube, they've seen you already be on the platform for 5 years. They think that you're a normal user, so they are way less likely to actually shadow ban that channel. And on the contrary, if you would instead be creating like a new Gmail account and a new YouTube channel on that Gmail on the same day, that will pose a very high risk of shadow bans. Because think of this from the perspective of YouTube. They see that someone is creating a new account, a new channel in the same day. It's very likely that they could be a spam bot, and they of course don't want those on their platform. So step number 1, prepare a channel if you do already have it. Step number 2, you need to warm up the channel, and the goal with warming up your channel is just to look like a normal user in the eyes of the YouTube algorithm. You don't want them to think that you are a bot, and this also makes it very important that you actually don't overdo the warming up for your channel. So there are 4 steps that you can take in order to kind of warm up your channel. First of all, watch content like a normal user. Just watch content when you're eating food. Don't overdo this. Don't watch content for 24 hours straight every single day. Just watch content for 1, 2, 3 hours per day maybe. Act like a normal user. You can also like videos regularly. Do not like every video that you watch. That sounds or looks kind of sus. Number 3, leave a comment on a video or two. So do not leave a comment on every video that you watch, once again, because that can also look very spammy. Just leave a comment on like 1 video, 2 videos, 3 videos maybe in the period of a week of watching content. And number 4 here, I wrote stay inconsistent for 1 to 2 weeks. This has to do with not like being super systematic or looking like a bot. You want to just stay consistent. Watch content for sometimes 15 minutes, watch content for sometimes an hour, and kind of spread this out weirdly across the days. Don't watch content the same hours every single day on repeat, because that might look like a system, like a bot, and that can actually harm the channel even more. So try to stay inconsistent with all of the moves that you are making. Number 3, you need to be able to analyze the first 2 uploads to know if you have actually been shadow banned. And the 3 kind of major signs to a channel being shadow banned is, of course, very low impressions. You're getting between 1 to 50 impressions on all of the videos that you post. And that would mean that you're getting probably like 2 views, 3 views on each video that you post. A majority of the impressions are from YouTube search, which is what I talked about before. YouTube isn't recommending your content on any of the home pages or such. And that kind of leads me into the 3rd one here. There's no sign of browse features or any other forms of kind of impression sources. And once again, the example here, you can see that this one was just completely YouTube search, 11 impressions. This is a clear sign that the channel or video was actually shadow banned and suppressed. And if you do all of this correctly, we're getting back to Ash here. You'll hopefully have a start like this. Absolutely insane start. He locked in with the niche, made very good content, but none of this would have been possible if his channel was shadow banned and he didn't, get any impressions with the first few videos that he posted here, and the entire journey would have turned out completely different. So this is actually very important. Now, when you have prepared your channel and you're warming it up, you can actually perform the next step at the same time, and that would be the niche research. Now, luckily, I'm going to save you a bunch of time with this. I'm not going to tell you to just open a YouTube tab and search for channels on the homepage. We are instead going to be using AI and some pretty cool integrations to just automate the entire kind of niche research for us. So what I want you to do is just head over to Claude, press on code here to the left, press on customize, press on connectors, and here you want to connect the Nextlev MCP. So press on the website that I've put in the description. It's gonna look like this. You just scroll down until you get to the part that looks like this. Press on here, go back to Claude, press on the plus, add custom connector, and here you just enter the name, which is Nextlev. You just paste in the URL right there. Sorry. Like this, press on add. I've already done it, so it's going to give me an error. But then you simply just press on connect, log in with your Nextlev account, and the integration is now fully ready to go. You might also have to press on always allow like this, because it will be preset into needs approval for all of the actions. Make sure to also scroll down and press this one to always allow. But what you now can do is simply just head over back to Claude Code, open up a new session, and now we can literally find niches according to any requirements that we would like. So generally, these are the niche kind of research criteria that you want to be following. It should have less than 100k subs. It should be started in the last 1 to 4 months. You could also stretch this out to last 1 to 6 months if you want. It should have a viral video with over 200k views. It should be growing, not declining, so the channel shouldn't really be a one-hit wonder that is now getting literally 0 views. It should be growing systematically. And lastly, it should be recreatable. So you have to be realistic with this. You won't be able to recreate Mr. Beast's content with your rather small budget that I assume most of you guys have. So it should be recreatable. It should be in the cash cow format, which I'm gonna get to and show you guys an example of in just a few seconds here. So we can simply just head over to Claude Code and say, find me 30 niches that have less than 100k subs. Were started in the last 1 to 4 months, have a viral video with over 200k views, and is making a good amount of money. Make sure they are faceless channels. Put them in a table format and include the links to each channel. We can just Actually, we add to the prompt as well, use the next level MCP. And we just send that. And now you will see that Claude Code here will literally just output 30 perfect niches for us to check out and perform the kind of niche research on. So this is going to save us a bunch of time. Whilst this is working, I thought I might just also talk about how you actually do this manually if you don't want to use any of these tools. So you just head over to YouTube, create a new channel, preferably a fresh channel. This is due to the fact that we don't want the YouTube algorithm to be biased and just provide us with personal brand content like this, because these videos are not relevant to our faceless journey. So you can see that this is a rather new channel. I'm getting a few kind of like personal brand videos recommended here from Sweden, actually a bunch, but I'm also getting many faceless channels. So what you want to be doing is just simply this channel, for example. When did ancient humans start smoking? 1.2 million views in 1 month from a channel that is rather small. Let's take a look. 33k subscribers. They seem to be getting a pretty good amount of views. 9 days ago, 103k views. Most popular video is the smoking one, but they also have a bunch of other bangers in this kind of stick figure, I guess, format. So what now happens when I have clicked on this one, you are telling the YouTube algorithm that you like faceless content. So if I then just repeat this process and click on more and more faceless channels, the YouTube algorithm will just continue recommending us more and more faceless channels on the homepage, making it way easier for us to actually find these faceless kind of niches. So we could continue scrolling here. I can see immediately that this is a faceless channel as well. Astrum Earth, this is definitely a bigger channel with almost 400,000 subscribers. But they're just posting space content, and these guys are absolutely printing, I can tell you. It's like they're getting 200k views every single video. I would guess that this channel is probably making 10 to 30k per month if we just pull up the analytics here. Let's see. And they're indeed making an estimated 26k per month, which is absolutely insane. Now let's see what Claude Code cooked for us here. We have the table with a bunch of kind of faceless niches. Let's see here, Axen in the history niche, 35k subs, making estimated $13,000 per month. Let's just take a look. It seems to be in the same niche as the other channel we just took a look at. They are getting very good views. It's absolutely blowing up, this channel. 2.7 million views on a single video. This is probably gonna be like $25,000 for them. Very good first time, but let's just keep on comparing this with the other ones on the sheet. NCTV official, wildlife, 10k subs, 8k per month. Let's see. Also another faceless channel here about kind of nature documentaries. It wouldn't even surprise me if these clips are AI, which they seem to be. This kind of AI nature documentaries, absolutely printing views as well, like 2.4 million views 1 month ago, 1.1 million views 1 month ago. This channel is for sure making more than the previous one. The numbers might be a little off here. So let's take a look with this extension. So the estimated revenue here says $6,000, but if we take a look at the views, 2.5 million in the last 30 days. RPM is predicted to be $3, but this is not true. It's probably around $4 or $5. So 2,500 times, let's say 5 as a conservative RPM. That would instead mean $12,500 in the last 30 days, which is nice. So either of these two channels that we found are actually quite good finds. If we would like to just evaluate the competition in these niches, which is a very important part of the niche research, we can just press on popular, pick the most viral video like this, copy the title, what did ancient humans do all day before jobs existed, and just paste that into the search bar, and you will find a bunch of smaller channels trying to get into this exact niche, and you can see how they kind of perform. So high history, 10 subscribers. They are posting for 1 month, not really getting anywhere. This is a kind of red flag. So they've posted what, like 6, 9, 12 videos, and they have not even got past 8,000 views. So this would be a red flag. What we want to find here is a small channel like this absolutely blowing up, because that increases the chances of our small channel being started in this niche blowing up. So this is actually bad that the competitors are not performing so well. But let's just continue looking here. We have this one that is taking a kind of different approach, not getting any views. This one as well, not getting any views. This one is a slightly different channel, but it got 7.6 million views in 2 months, which is absolutely insane. Let's see here what we found. They are posting the same kind of stick figure format content. Oldest video 2 months ago, most popular one, 7.6 million views, 3.7 million views. So we literally found this channel right now that was started in the last 2 months, and they have printed such a big amount of money that we cannot even comprehend it. This could be a very interesting niche to get into. Now, you should obviously perform more competitor analysis if you're actually doing niche research yourself. But for the sake of the video here, I'm gonna proceed with this niche right here. I'm gonna recreate all of the content. I'm gonna speed run through it using very simple AI tools that will cost me a few dollars at max. And it's the same kind of content that they have printed, you know, tens of thousands of dollars with in the first 2 months. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take a quick look at what kind of content they're creating.
Tonight, when the sun goes down, you're going to flip a switch. Light will flood the room and you won't think twice about it. But for 99 point...
And you can literally see that this is either just hand-drawn images in like Canva or Paint with an AI voiceover, or they have just AI generated these images, which is also possible. I would assume that they have AI generated them, since drawing all of this manually would take a bunch of time. So this is definitely recreatable and we can do it for very cheap. The first step to producing the content would be generating the actual script. And in order to do so, simply just press on share, copy the link. If you want to do it the harder way, you can also press on more here and just show the transcript like this. You're gonna get it here. But otherwise, you should just be heading over to a website called YouTube to Transcript, paste in the transcript, press on the get free transcript button, and here you will see you got the entire transcript just written out for you in plain text. So copy that and let's move on to the next step. And that would be generating the actual voiceover. We are going to use 11 Labs. It's the just best voiceover platform on the planet. The voices are so realistic that you won't even be able to tell that they are basically not human. Some of them sound even better than humans themselves. But you just press on voices, select a voice that you think fits the content or that sounds very similar to your competitor that went viral. That's usually the best practice. Then just press on text to speech here. You simply just enter your script. You might definitely have to just break it up, since 11 Labs can just do 5,000 characters at a time. So I'll just break it up like this. And let's just use the voice Roger here that is already selected. You don't play around with any of the settings, just generate the speech and you'll see that the voiceover is done here in like 2 seconds.
Tonight, when the sun goes down, you're going to flip a switch. Light will flood the room.
And as you can hear, the voiceover sounds very good. It's gonna be perfect for the content. So let's go ahead and download the voiceover so that we have it as an MP3 file on our computer. And now we can move on to the next step. So for the next step, you're gonna head over to TurboScribe. You're gonna enter your voiceover file right here. Choose whale. All of this is going to make a whole lot of sense in just a minute here. But what we want is just to transcribe the entire voiceover. And once that is done, you'll see exactly the result that we get. It's now done and you can see that we just have a simple transcript, but what we are after here are the timestamps that are in this script itself. Because when we're gonna generate the images for our content with AI, we can actually automate all of this using Claude Code so that we don't have to lift a single finger when it comes to generating the images, and it's all going to sync perfectly due to the timestamps that are written out here in the script. So I'm just gonna copy the entire script here and head back over to Claude Code. And here in Claude Code, you wanna open up a new session. You then wanna press on customize. We are going to add another kind of integration here. Press on connectors again. Head over to the site that I have put in the description. It's gonna look something like this. It's called Higgsfield. And you want to press on the MCP and CLI kind of tab here in the top. You want to press on MCP right here, and then you just want to copy the URL and remember the name Higgsfield. So in Claude Code here, you simply just press on the plus, add custom connector, enter the name Higgsfield again, and then just paste in the URL like always. It's gonna give me an error. I've already done this. Press on Higgsfield right here, connect it to your account. Should look something like this. Just allow it to happen, and you are going to choose always allow here for all of the permissions. Once again, scroll down, always allow, like this. you can now head back over to the session that we opened. And now we are finally ready to get into the spicy kind of AI side of things. So here's the prompt that you should be using. I'm just gonna walk you through it quickly so that you understand what it actually does. I'm just telling Claude to become my kind of accurate image generation machine that will use the Higgsfield MCP to generate images for the content. I'm always going to provide you with a transcription of my voiceover that shows the exact timestamps of new scenes, and I want to generate an image in a consistent style for every single scene in the entire transcription. I'm then going to put these images as the visual content in my videos, so you also need to provide a table with the exact duration that each image should be placed in timeline-wise. Also save them down to Higgsfield in the correct order, and then you just kind of describe the image style yourself. But I've also written here, look at the attached image. So to give Claude even more information, you simply just head back over to the reference video here. I'm just going to disable these captions, and you find a kind of frame of the video that you think matches the style that you want very well. I'm going to take this frame with the monkeys right here. I'm then just going to take a screenshot of the entire frame like this, head back over to Claude Code, and then I can just kind of paste this in. You'll see that it gets attached to the message. In terms of the transcription, just paste that in there as well, and now you can simply send the prompt and you can see the magic happen for yourself. And you can now see that Claude Code is starting to work. It's starting to generate the first image. You might have to allow some things manually here. I would just press on always allow to make sure that you don't have to press the pop-up again, of course. And now you can just kind of sit back and relax whilst Claude is generating all of the images. You don't have to do anything yourself. And then when that is done, you can simply just move on to the next step. And actually, whilst that is working, I just want to talk a little bit about my program called Faceless Launchpad. All of these different screenshots that you're seeing right here are results from students that have followed our step-by-step system to launch their own kind of AI channel. And just Ashton here, for example, we can also put a picture of Ashton on the screen here somewhere. He works a shift job in the UK. I think he's no older than 25 years old. This was the first 90 days of his channel being monetized, and already it was generating the same amount, if not even more, than he was making from his shift job. And we can just continue scrolling here. For example, Matthias here, also absolutely crazy results. As a student, he made $8,300 US dollars in the first month of launching his channels. It got monetized with 2 or 3 uploads, if I remember it correctly, and he's now made over 150 grand from this one channel, like a half a year later. Monteiro here, last example, and the reason why I'm showing you this specific example, these were the first 30 days with his channel. He just got monetized. Now he says shout out Nav for the niche, because in the Faceless Launchpad program, everyone that joins, we have something that is called the done for you niche service. And this means that me and my team, with all of the experience that we have, we simply just research the niche for you and hand the niche to you so that you can be fully confident that you're actually getting into a good niche. And that's also the reason why we've been able to get these kind of crazy results. I don't think any other programs actually follow this same method, but it's something that I am very, very proud of. Now, before we head back and check in on Claude Code, if you would like help with like speed running or amplifying your YouTube journey, then you can apply through the, I'm gonna put it somewhere. You can apply through the link that I'm putting on the screen right now. And we do not really work with everyone that applies. This is a very premium kind of hands-on coaching program. So if we don't reach out to you after you have submitted your application, then no hard feelings. We really only want people that understand that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If YouTube is done in the right way, you can really change your life. But if you're not taking this seriously, you will not be getting any results. YouTube is not some kind of quick cash grab. When I started YouTube, I was working my ass off. And that obviously rewarded me now years later that I have made millions of dollars running, hundreds of channels like this ones that you see right here. So if you want the extra help and you have the budget for premium education, you can click the link at the top of the description as well to send in your application. And yeah, let's see what Claude here has done. We'll just allow that as well. You can see that it's literally generating all of the images in bulk here. That's super nice. I'm just gonna skip to when this is done so that we can move forward here. Right, so all of the images were generated here in bulk. We also got the table for when all of the images should be shown. And this we can use later on in the editing stage. But the cool part with all of this is that we can just go over to our Higgsfield account. Once again, we can press on image And you'll see that all of the images here have been saved down in the correct order that they should be used. And they're all following a super consistent style. Like, this is already better in my opinion than the video that got, 7.6 million views. And we have not even, spent more than a few minutes of work generating all of these images. The next step would now be to create a new project in CapCut. It's a free online editing software. Simply just press on upload and upload all of your images from Higgsfield. Should be like this. You just upload all of the images. And now we can use the table here in Claude to know which duration that the images should be placed. So for example, the first image, stick figure flipping a wall light switch, which is the first one right here. It should be placed from 0 seconds to 4 seconds into the video. So that's what we can simply do here. We just drag it to the timeline like this, let it load in, which can take a second, and then just drag it back to 4 seconds. You can see, if we just zoom in a little bit here, you can see right here the duration. So this is 4 seconds. Then the next one would be 4 to 7 seconds, which is the one where all of the light is shining. You can see that these are in the correct order. So we just put it in 4 to 7 seconds. I'm just gonna repeat this process for all of the images, and then you'll see what we kind of end up with. Right, so I added a bunch of the images. We of course need the voiceover into the video as well. So I'll just go ahead and upload that also. Drag that into a separate timeline right here. And that is pretty much it in terms of creating the content. This is the exact same quality as the reference, and let's just take a quick look at the video.
Tonight, when the sun goes down, you're going to flip a switch. Light will flood the room and you won't think twice about it. But for 99.9% of human history, that switch didn't exist. When the sun set, the world went dark. You couldn't even see.
And as you can see, the video is actually quite good. Everything just syncs up perfectly with minimal effort from our side. Now, one very important thing to know here is the only reason why I have shown you how to actually edit the video is for you to just get an insight on the process. You should never ever be editing content for YouTube yourself. It's just a huge waste of time. And if you truly want to scale this kind of operation to a channel that can post, let's see how often these guys post, that can post every other day or every day, then you will need to outsource the video production process to a freelance editor if the editing is slightly more complex than this, or if you're creating this kind of stick figure AI channel, you need to outsource this to a VA, meaning a virtual assistant that can just perform literally all of these steps that we have done now. They will perform these steps, but for $5 an hour, meaning that you save yourself an hour, but you just pay them $5 in return to perform the work for you. The way that you structure your team will also play a huge part in how efficient your content creation process becomes. So what you need to do, press the link in the description leading to the board template website like this. I've prepared a completely free template for YouTube Automation. You just press on use this template. Create a Cloudboard account if you haven't yet. It's a totally free website. It doesn't cost you anything. And then when you have created your board, you should be taken to something like this. Now, why you need a board like this to manage your content is you're gonna have a lot of videos kind of being produced at the same time. This is a super easy way to know which videos are currently being edited or put together. You can approve the voiceover in a separate stage if you have a virtual assistant that generates the voiceover for you. And even better, to leave feedback on your content, everything that you need to do is just have the kind of virtual assistant upload the file onto the card, and then you can simply just press on review here. And at whatever point you can watch the video yourself. I'll just turn off the sound here. You can just watch the content, and let's say I want to change something right here. I don't like this globe. I can just write a comment like change the globe colors, send that, and my team can now see at what exact timestamp they should be making this change. So it's super convenient this way to communicate with your team. Now you might be wondering where you actually find the virtual assistants that you should be inviting to your board right here. And that's not gonna happen on Fiverr like most gurus online just tell you to. It's gonna happen on Upwork, which is a slightly more serious kind of freelancer marketplace than Fiverr. You can also use a site called onlinejobs.ph. I'll put the domain on the screen, but I'm not gonna go over that in this video. So all that you have to do is simply just press on the search icon. Here you can search for virtual assistant like this. You'll see that you get a bunch of recommendations. of virtual assistants, and this guy is charging $4 an hour. $15 per hour is definitely overpaying, but the sweet spot is usually $5 an hour. I wouldn't proceed with these that charge $3 an hour because they usually just turn out to be quite bad. You can only message a limited amount of people per day, I think it is. But if you want to actually go a step further, simply just press on the briefcase right here to the left, press on hiring, then press on post a new job right here. And here you can just select long-term project, of course, to attract more people, continue, and you just fill in the details that Upwork takes you through. So for example, in this field, you would write virtual assistant for YouTube content creation, let's say. Just select general virtual assistant right here, and then just continue on with this flow. And when you then post this job post, you are going to get maybe 10, 20 freelancers reach out to you and offer their services. And then you just negotiate a good rate with them, like $5 an hour, and boom, head back over to Cloudboard, press on invite, choose the guest option right here to invite an unlimited amount of free members to your board, enter the email, choose the permission that they should be having, and you are now ready to take YouTube seriously like an actual business, rather than just half-assing this and trying to manage all of your content on WhatsApp. It's never going to work out, trust me. I'm speaking from millions of dollars in experience and running hundreds of these channels. So that is pretty much it on this video. If you want me to make more content on how to automate this even more, the way that we are doing it, then simply just leave a comment, leave a like on this video so that I know. If there is enough demand for it, then I will simply do it. And if you want some extra help with your YouTube journey through my coaching program, Faceless Launchpad, then this is the website in the top of the description. Simply just scroll down, fill in the application right here, and we will reach out if we believe that you are a good fit for us to work with. Keep in mind, you need to be ready to invest into your education and also the video production process. We do not coach people that want to do all of the editing themselves, since that is usually a method that doesn't really work out in the end. We are very big on outsourcing and taking this very, very seriously. So yeah, just click the link here that I'll put somewhere above me in the top right corner, apply, and I'll simply see you in the program if you do join. If not, I'll see you in the next video.